Good evening, everyone. My name is Isabella, and today I will present a blended online learning sequence designed for Year 6 students. This lesson sequence is directly aligned with the Australian curriculum AC9 HS6K01, which requires students to investigate the significant individuals, events and ideas that lead to Australia's federation, the constitution and the democratic system of the government. The aim of this sequence is for students to communicate ideas effectively, activate and build on prior knowledge, construct timelines to sequence historical events, and develop the ability to work both independently and collaboratively while presenting their findings with confidence. This sequence demonstrates how digital technologies can be strategically integrated to support inquiry, collaboration, communication, and creation, in alignment with APST graduate level Standards 2.6 Use of ICT, 3.4 Select and use resources, and 4.5 Use ITC to support learning. The design emphasizes critical thinking, peer collaboration, and digital fluency while connecting classroom and online experiences. As education continues to evolve, blended learning, also known as hybrid learning, emerges as a powerful approach. It integrates online and classroom methods to provide a more comprehensive learning experience, combining the strengths of traditional instruction with the affordance of modern technology. Blended learning leverages multiple resources and strategies, enhancing students' engagement, supporting diverse learning needs, and fostering both independence and collaboration. In today's digitized society, ICT skills are no longer optional, they're essential. Understanding how to use ICT positively empowers students to engage safely, creatively, and effectively. As technology continues to evolve, these skills equip learners for both education and everyday life. The sequence is framed by guiding inquiry questions: how do significant people, events, and ideas shape Australia's federation and democracy? Inquiry-based learning empowers students to move beyond passive reception of facts, encouraging them to critically question, interpret, and co-construct knowledge. This approach aligns with APST 2.5 and contemporary digital pedagogies that privilege learners' agency and the transformative potential of technology. The inquiry focus ensures that students interact meaningfully with both primary sources and digital tools, fostering a rich and participatory historical investigation. Alongside this, the unit lesson sequence will be using the 5 E's inquiry model: engage, explore, explain, elaborate, and evaluate, to get the guided inquiry focused question at the end of the unit lesson sequence. This model provides a phased approach that helps students grasp concepts through well-defined steps. As you can see, having the lesson sequence outlined is a great first step. The unit sequence unfolds across 5 interconnected phases. Engage and explore phases 1 and 2. These phases are represented in the class engagement. Within these phases, students analyze primary sources and co-create inquiry questions guided by the overreaching inquiry focus. This is completed across lessons 1 and 2. Phase 3, which is the palliative research wall, is shown in an online design lesson. Students investigate significant individuals and events, posting multimodal findings to a collaborative platform called Padlet that the whole class can access. This will be shown through Lesson 3. Phase 4, which is the interactive timeline with Timeline.js. Within this phase, students convert research into annotated historical timelines. Working in either pairs or groups or individual, the students will gain further knowledge of this concept, as well as a good opportunity for a formative assessment for the teacher to examine their findings. This is completed in Lesson 4 of the unit sequence. The final phase is the evaluate phase, is shown through Lesson 5, Classroom Synthesis. In this final lesson, students present timelines, debate interpretations, and reflect on the broader significance of federation. This design intentionally alternates between synchronous and asynchronous modalities, sustaining learning flow, supporting differentiation, and enabling students to engage with content, peers, and digital tools in multiple ways. This is the perfect opportunity for a summative assessment to analyse if the students can collectively come together and really answer the inquiry-focused question in depth. Focusing only on the online lessons, firstly narrowing down into Lesson 3, the Explain phase, in the first digital tool lesson. The first online activity is an asynchronous Padlet research wall. Students will investigate key individuals and events leading to Federation by accessing digital archives and sources that include post-integrated multimodal elements such as text summaries, archival images and videos, and infographics that teacher has supplied, alongside with their own individual findings. This is ensuring accessibility and depth. The opportunity of peer commenting allows students to critically evaluate one another's interpretations, pose clarifying questions, and refine thinking collaboratively. This task emphasizes APST 2.6 and promotes student agency, allowing inquiry and discussion to transcend classroom time and space. Through this activity, students co-construct knowledge in a digital environment, connecting individual research with collective understanding. Padlet is a very versatile digital collaboration platform that acts as an online bulletin board. It is easy to use for primary students, allowing them to post, share, and organize content in real time, which fosters collaboration and discussion and co-construction of knowledge. Lesson 4 focuses on the elaboration phase of the 5Es inquiry model, that is the second digital tool-based activity. The second online activity extends the Padlet research into a chronically structured timeline using Timeline.js. Students identify pivotal events and figures, embedding primary resources, portraits, speeches, and analytical commentary. This activity fosters high-order historical reasoning, illustrating causal relationships, significance, and continuality. Working asynchronously allows students to progress at their own pace, while scaffolded prompts support differentiation. By transforming collaborative research into a coherent multimedia artifact, students engage in a synthesis process. This is a good opportunity to utilize a formative assessment within this phase, as it will showcase students' understanding and knowledge of the unit. The classroom and online activities are independent, creating a cohesive inquiry cycle. In-classroom sessions introduce historical context and scaffold the guided inquiry question, setting the foundation for independent digital research on Padlet, where students collaborate, discuss, and comment asynchronously. The Timeline.js task then integrates findings from Padlet into structured, annotated, chronologically ordered. These timelines return to the classroom for group work, peer discussion, and reflection, allowing students to synthesize digital and in-person learning experiences. Finally, this can be integrated into a summative assessment where the children can create a multimodal presentation of their findings and really connect to this unit inquiry focus question. This cycle integration ensures students engage in multiple learning modes, in guided inquiry, individual and collaborative research, digital content creation, peer feedback, and structured group synthesis. The interplay between online and classroom environments maximizes engagement, deepens historical understanding, and models effective use of digital tools in the inquiry learning. In conclusion, this blended sequence shows how digital pedagogy, aligned with curriculum and inquiry-based learning, can transform history education. Padlet supports collaboration, and Timeline.js builds analysis and discussion, consolidates understanding. Together, these tools foster engagement with AC9HS6K01 while developing critical thinking, collaboration, and digital fluency. This exemplifies the potential of blended learning.